Hello, man. Hello, Mgtows. Trying to get my settings right, so I wanted to do a quick video on.
Hello, man.
There we go. Trying to get my settings. Something seems to be off with my video settings, so I figured I'd try a few things and then do a podcast and then try a few things again until I get it right. But it's always about Mgtow, and that's what I'm talking about. Happy Labor Day for all you guys out there that are going, should I do that Labor Day pose? Like, Happy Labor Day. That's the female working pose. Yeah. So I just got back from riding my bike and doing my workout, actually. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm pumped. And I just wanted to talk about something, and I'll screen share it. And it's what I talk about with what's coming to our nation, these forced recantations, forced apologies and forced recantations. If you say something you believe in, you'll be forced to recant, especially if against the the other gender. And let me share this, and we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about forced recantations. I was also trying some new stuff with my lighting and my background and my size on my picture and everything. Something was going wrong, and I'll see when it comes up on YouTube whether it's me or whether, I don't think it's me sometimes. I think it's YouTube and it's lagging, and I got to figure out why the video is lagging and the cam isn't going through, but it looks good right now. And I'll screen share, and let's screen share, and we'll get infinity screen. Now, now there it is. Doctor apologizes. I saw CBS News. Doctor apologizes for saying pay gap exists because female physicians don't work hard enough. And there's a statement, yes, the pay gap, female physicians do not work as hard as is there. A North Texas doctor entered a firestorm, the firestorm of backlash for his comments over the pay gap. Even mentioned the pay gap between the female and male doctors. I don't know if there is a pay gap. If it is a payback gap, it's a management problem. His name is Dr. Tigges. So that was kind of funny. There's an unusual amount of backlash when his doctor says it, because actually he would be credible. And I don't want to go over this whole, he gave a letter of apology. I sincerely apologize to all the female physicians for my comment and the pain that is caused, because words, sticks and stones break my bones, but words can never hurt me. The pain that I've caused. And he goes on, here's Dr. Tigges' full statement. And I've heard from several of my trusted female colleagues who disagree with me and are deeply hurt and offended, of course, deeply hurt and offended by the comments I made on Dallas Medical Journal regarding equal pay equality among females. He was obviously asked by the Dallas Medical Journal what he believes about the pay gap, but I want to thank you for reaching out to me and sharing your concerns. He was obviously asked to give his expert opinion on this, and he did. He gave his expert opinion on this. Let's stop sharing it, because that's all you need to know. And I'll go back to infinity page. And we'll talk about that. There's my pretty face. And let me know how the video quality is and see if it buffers or anything like that. And this is the kind of public recantations that you used to get in, during the Inquisition, during the Nazis in Germany, during, the Iranian clerics running Iran, or public recantations. And people are forced to recant on their beliefs. And obviously this man believes something. And the thing is, was he forced to give that recantation because he really believes that was something that was true and he just made a mistake? No, obviously he thought about that, and he thought about his statements that were given on in the New York and the Texas medical journal. He thought about those statements. He put them down and he found them to be true at that point. But that wasn't good enough. His opinion's not good enough because truth is often not good enough. For if someone's offended, that's that someone gets offended when you tell the truth. Like I said earlier, the truth is a red pill, and the red pills often are hard to swallow. And I think this doctor was just being honest about his opinion about. About hard work, about wanting the will to excel in your job and everything. Some people want things handed to them, and they want to excel at their job. They just want equal results for not equal merit. Some people stay 16, 17 hours and show the hospital that they really want to be a doctor and they want to learn everything there is. You can't learn if you're not willing to put in the time, if you're not willing to bear the physical pain of that. Most workers know physical pain. And I wonder if these people on Labor Day here, I wanted to draw that parallel, all workers know physical pain. They're asked to lift things and carry things, and they're asked to do physically. Even the people down at the Burger King, which I plan on going to at someday today, they work hard. And what if they said, well, I don't want to do this hard work thing, but I want equal pay? That's what it's tantamount to. I want $17 an hour, but I don't want to actually do that burger flipping thing and not walking around. I just want to sit on a chair and delegate. Now I want to be the manager, and I want to relegate responsibility to other people here. There was also another thing in the news today that Fox was all over a Cosby Show star because he was working at Trader Joe's. And the big outrage in that is, why would you attack the working class on that? The working class are hardworking people that haven't had some advantages like the Fox News pundits have. And I got to ask myself, whoa, what exactly was it about you that bothered that this guy was actually working for? I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm going to reload this page and see what's happening here. And maybe there isn't.
What exactly was it about you?
There it is. Hello, Eddie. I didn't get no comments, and I was wondering. I seen people watching, but I didn't see no comments there. What is it about working people? You just despise work? Yeah, half those people out there, more than 40% of these people out there are the working class, and that's what today is about. It's about the proletariat. It's about labor, who does the work, and we give them 1 day a year. But Fox felt it was, hey, Estrell, Fox felt it was something good to show their how they despise the working class by showing this gentleman that worked at Trader Joe's that used to be on the Cosby Show, because that's always good to do. Second stream, yeah, hell yeah. I was having problems with my streaming, and I noticed that there's no quality to the video area, and it was lagging. The video was lagging. The sound was on, but my voice and my lips were lagging and everything on my videos, and that really bothered me. So I did a few settings. And I wanted to just come on and talk about a few things and then look how the settings are. It actually, I think it looks pretty good, but when it goes to YouTube and goes back, I can see the way it should be. But when it comes up on YouTube, it looks like garbage. And maybe YouTube's not picking up some of my settings and everything. More light, the better it will be. Yeah, that's what I did. I read that article that I put up some light because I usually work in the dark. And I added some light in the front and some light in the back. I can actually increase that by going like that and do that and everything. But it was really bothering me. Why? So there was 2 settings that I changed, and then I increased the light, but that hurts my eyes, so I don't want to do that. I put up these string lights. I have them string lights, so I did that. But today's about labor, and today's about America, and today's about the working class. Let me do the working girl pose. It's like, yeah. and Fox thought it was okay to berate the working class on this day. Yeah. Great way to pick up followers, pick up people that like you. But there was a lot of things that happened. This doctor came out and he says, the way to, he was saying, the way to adjust your how people think about you at your work, and they climb up the corporate ladder and everything. You work hard. That's what this doctor was saying. And he was saying he doesn't see that in his female workers. And it wasn't that wasn't he was forced to make a public apology for saying that. And it's not that he believes that. He obviously believes it because I would have stuck by it. He went all Mgtow and he went all anti-feminist and everything, but the board probably made him. His peers probably made him. There was a peer review on it, and they didn't agree with what he had to say. So truth gets thrown out the door, and the lie is inserted, and everybody deserves to. I deserve to make as much money as a doctor. Because I just kind of roll around in my van and shit and do shit like that, and I want doctor sort of money because I deserve it. No, work is based on merit, and merit, you have to do something. And, so automatically, if you could get a degree, if you get any kind of degree, there should be a pay, an automatic pay area that you're inserted in. And I thought that, but I wanted to talk a little bit about when I went through EMT school. It was after electrician school. I went through maintenance school and then electromechanical technician as sort of, and I went through a millwright, 8 year of becoming a millwright. And when I went through that school, they said, this would be your pay. And it was $135,000 a year. And I was like, oh, great. I could use $135,000. That's six figures. And I'll do this class. And it took me 2 years to do the class. And then I found out that it didn't help. And there is a discouraging pay gap, but it's not with male and female and gender. I think it's a discouraging pay gap between so with that, my electrician, my college and everything, I was somewhere around 8 years of millwright too. And corporations don't want to pay me what I'm worth. No EMTs are getting, if you know an EMT and he's making $135,000 a year, he's probably making around $72,000 a year, anywhere between 60 and 72,000, maybe from 45 up to 72, depending on his time in the country. But yeah, that's all fine and dandy, and everybody wants to push this this pay rate until it comes to paying your employees what they're worth. Paying the difference between corporate jobs and blue collar jobs, like I do. I do a blue collar job, and I think that's where the pay gap is. Plumbers and electricians and millwrights and maintenance men don't make what they should be making, and very highly skilled people. It's not like these people haven't gone to college. It's not like these people didn't take specialty courses and everything. But they're just not making because the rich don't want to pay out what it is. I was a medic for 6 years and did not make much. City gets tunny. Yeah. You go to the classes, you take the classes, and then the corporation on the other side decides that, well, we're only going to pay you $60,000, and then, well, it says that I should make 135. Now, if we're going to fix this pay gap, I think, yeah, that's fine. Let's start paying the working class what they deserve. And that would be great. But nobody wants to talk about the differences. And we can make it a non-gender based thing. But nobody wants to seem to do that because that would cost corporate America lots of money. And we see the Republicans out there complaining about regulation, but they ain't going to change the regulations. They ain't going to change the regulations that help them, that they have in place for holding blue collar workers pay down. And I say, yeah, let's deregulate this thing. Let the unions be. Let the unions do what the unions do, and let the people do. Let's deregulate that whole thing. Let's bring it back to the 20s work riots. And we can do that, but no, they want a regulation that says that's terrorism. Now, you want to meet this, let's deregulate, and then we can meet that right there. That's a working arm right there. No, but they're terrified of this working arm. They're terrified of it. Yeah, we can do things forcefully. We can do them things. Yeah, but they want regulation. There's there's hypocrisy in regulation as long as it's for corporations and they're getting millions and millions and billions of dollars through tax money and they're getting corporate welfare. They're getting all that corporate welfare and regulations to keep unions from paying guys like me what I deserve. Oh, that's fine for them. And when they want to talk about these sort of things, it's always, oh, well, female pay gap. No, I don't want to talk about the female pay gap. I'm a male. I want to talk about getting the pay up to what I deserve. And that's what this doctor was. You work hard, you put in the time, and you get the money you deserve. Yeah, so who's in here? Hello, Eddie. Jim Johnson's. Mgtow's don't. Jim Johnson says Mgtow's don't apologize for anything. You have balls for. Yeah, Mgtow's don't apologize for anything. Yeah, but nowadays we're being forced to make these public recantations because there's some invisible pay gap. Now, if you say that as a professional in a professional atmosphere, if anybody ever asked me and wanted my opinion on the electrician's journal, I would say no. The women they can't do the job that I can do. They can't lift the amount of. They can't. They can't excel at their job because well they can do the little jobs. They can do the troubleshooting stuff, and they like to do that. But when it comes to hanging pipe on the ceiling, yeah. Have you ever hung a conduit? Have you ever hung buzz bars? Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's when the equal pay or equal work doesn't matter. Now I believe in equal work, equal pay, not equal pay for equal work. No, you got to do equal work and you'll get equally paid. Let's hang some buzz rail. That's when you have to be a 200 and over pound man, a 240-pound man, and you got 80, 90 pounds of buzz rail and you're trying to get that up there and hook it together so you can run electric to the machines. And yeah, or even bending. No, that takes it's physically exerting, and that's what this doctor was saying. Don't think so, Joe. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do that. You ever look at the top of a company? It's amazing the things men do at the top of a company. There's air pipes up there this big. There's water pipes this big. There's a sprinkling system 100 feet up and a sprinkler system. Some guy was up there and lifting that into place because there ain't no machines to lift that into place. I'll tell you where it gets lifted into place. Right here. Right there. Right there. That's where it gets lifted into place. Geez, it's equal work, equal pay. That's what it is. It's not equal pay, equal work. or that work's left out. Equal pay for equal position. It's equal pay for equal work. I believe in that. I believe people should make equal pay for equal work. Or you do the work and you're going to get paid. Not in this economy, not in this thing. And then we got this hypocrisy of regulations going on. And oh man, I always thought it was funny that if you went into a job and you lied about your your occupation or something. If I went in and I said, "Hi, I'm Dr. Joe," and they paid those, and they started paying me, and I said, they came up to do the work, and I said, they said, "Can you do this?" And I was like, "No, I have no idea what that is." And they'll say, "You lied on your application, you're fired." But in the reverse case, when Joe, as an EMT, should be making $135,000, isn't there a hypocrisy in that? I mean, equal work, equal pay, and I could do the work. I'm qualified to do that, but yeah, but it's different. The regulations are different in there. There's different regulations for the blue collar man, and that's what we're talking about today on Labor Day. But now this doctor, he's forced to apologize to someone, to a bunch of people that really aren't going to put in the hours and don't want to. They want high back roller chairs with ergonomic. I want one of those high back roller chairs too, with the ergonomic backs. I was looking at them, but they're way too expensive for me at this point. Yeah. Thanks, Jim Johnson. Thanks everybody for showing up today. Let me know how the videos show up after this. I really appreciate somebody letting me know the quality and everything of this. And the I'm making a lot of movements today because I wanted to see what the camera was actually picking up after I changed the settings. And I wonder why the modern world is going down the toilet. Yeah, we wonder why the modern world, people that merit doesn't matter anymore. I mean, I want one of those jobs where I sit in Congress, and I think I'm qualified. I want one of those jobs where I sit in Congress and make decisions about working class people and poor people, and I and I think I've been there. I know them things. I think I'd make better decisions because I was born a poor Irish child. I know what it takes in this world, but we got a lot of people out there that are just, they're professional. They're professional mouths is all they are. They have no real life experience, and so I always push pragmatism. Pragmatism is based on real life experience. And Donald Trump just pissed me off when he says, if you want to work, you got to eat. If you want to eat, you got to work. That was tantamount to the Auschwitz sign, work will set you free. Uh, that's what I see. And I was like, hey, Donald, have you ever worked in agriculture? Have you did your 6 years on the farm? Let's go all Mao on this shit. Keep your mouth shut unless you got some experience in that. But we're talking about almost 80% of our society. 80% of our society walk out their doors, and they have to work every single day. They're not the nouveau riche. They're not these people, and a lot of them work in agriculture, whether they think they do or not. There's real people like this Fox News report today about the guy from Cosby. He was the other kid from Cosby was seen doing bagging at Trader Joe's. So Fox thought that was the worst thing in the whole world to read, that, oh, this big movie star at one point was working at Trader Joe's, a decent job. He has a decent job. So they're berating him. Look at the working guys. No, not on this day, Fox News, but half those people have never had a job in their life, that they assisted society. And that's what this is. This, all of us work together. So food gets up to that, the streets get, taken care of, our bridges get built and everything. We all have our certain part. There's agriculture, so people eat. And, but no, they don't. They feel that they don't have to do those jobs. Them are for the lesser people, like those Mexicans. That's what the way they feel. Nothing bothers me as much as that. Especially, I'm raised a poor Irish kid, coming up in this society that just is queer to me. And hey, have a little respect, or else you'll meet this. You want to meet this? But we're not allowed to beat them to, we're not allowed to do that because we got regulations that prohibit us from doing that. But on the other side, the Republican Party wants to talk about all these damn regulations around that inhibit us from stealing from the poor. The hypocrisy of that. The hypocrisy of that party. The hypocrisy of those people in Congress. None of them ever worked a day in their life, and I have the most total respect for people that work their ways out of poverty. The most total respect. Just talking to a young man today, he just made me happy. He made me smile. He's doing good. He says, Mgtow's working for me. He's doing good. I'm working hard. I'm putting in a lot of hours. Just got a promotion. Just got a freaking promotion. And I was like, damn, yeah. Staying away from the girls. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Makes me happy. It makes me smile when these young men get it. He's going to be a millionaire. He's going to be a billionaire, maybe. He might be the next ruler. And hopefully he'll work his way up to the top, and he won't be having any of these harebrained ideas of some of these nouveau, not even nouveau riche, some of these entitled rich people that daddy just handed him 50 million bucks and goes, go make your millions. Yeah, that's hard. And you have an opinion on agriculture when you never worked in an agricultural job? Well, maybe it sounds sort of socialist to you. I don't care. I believe in 6 years on the farm. Unless you put 6 years, we all share that duty. We all share that duty. I put 6 years on the farm. How many of you guys put 6 years on the farm? And then to have some rich guy telling you that you can eat if you work. Well, I put my 6 years on the farm already. Have you? The hypocrisy of that. That's Labor Day. We're celebrating that today. We're celebrating the proletariat. But Fox wouldn't know what the proletariat is. They think that's some socialist thing. It's the people that build their houses, the people that make sure the water comes to it and electricity gets delivered. But that's all free to them. They don't want to pay EMTs like me what I deserve. The hypocrisy of that. Yeah, a lot of those places, they lose my respect when they just, man, well, most of these people have never worked in their lives. They just, bam, I'm a Hollywood personality. I don't have to do that no more. Or my daddy was born rich. I think being born with money is the biggest entitlement there is you never get to truly experience what it is to be human, to have to struggle through something. It does something terrible to the DNA of a person, of a man, when he never has to struggle for anything in his life. But that's not my call. I'm not the president. That's not my call. I'm not the governor. But I wish people would start looking at their governors and their presidents a little better on this day, on Labor Day. We're allowed to say these things. And I think this doctor that was in question today, he's allowed to say what he wants to say. And if he believes that the females or the pretty ones, the beautiful ones, are not doing the work that's taken to become a doctor, spend those late hours and spend those grueling days to become a doctor, and learn as much as you can learn, and sometimes that comes with pain. But it's okay for the baggers. It's okay for the people that are at the cash registers to go through pain. How does those products get on the shelves you walk through every day? No, there was some guy going like this, and he's putting them up there, and that's painful, and it's long, and it's enduring. I know I used to work for an oil company. I know what it's like to chuck, 30-pound, cases of oil over and over a day until you want to just puke. But they go to the oil lube, and $19, and think about that. Because you can afford it. I don't think there's a bigger entitlement in this world than being born rich. And they should be appreciated. With great riches comes great responsibility and knowing these things. But now we got a new section here. We got doctors doing public recantations for saying the truth, for saying things that are true about work and ethics and work ethic, the things that are true about merit and about the beauty of men, the things that we do. We build these cities, we build these bridges. Them are all the proletariat built that for you. The bridges and those highways. And then one day a year, they get a holiday. And then Fox News thinks it's just okay to just shit all over that holiday. Huh. I think there needs to be some adjustments there. Adjustments in their thinking. Hello, Heart Donor. I got the most utmost respect for Heart Donor. You ever go watch his workout videos? I watch them almost every day. I'll take a look. And dude's doing it. Dude's just doing the work. He wants to be ripped. And he is ripped. He's a good-looking young kid. Got the most respect for that young man. Nino? Hello, Nino. How are you today? You finally caught a live broadcast. I've been doing the short ones, but I lost interest after they took me down, and it's hard to keep interest in Mgtow year after year after year when you see all the shenanigans and everything that goes on. And but I'm getting it back. I'm getting my spirit back to do this every day. So that was my thing today. I wanted to talk about Labor Day and Labor Day. What does that mean to you? It means a lot to me. Worked all my life. Worked all my life. Seen a lot of things get built. Seen a lot of pain. Lost the tips on these three fingers. Put a screwdriver for this hand. Got burns all over my hands from working. Someone pays. Yeah, someone pays. Who is it that does that pays for that, and who gets to not work? Everybody should work. I'm very Maoistic in that. In agriculture, I think everybody should do 6 years on the farm. Whatever it is, just going down and sign up for your 6 years on the farm so you can learn what that's about. And then you get to eat. And then you get to eat, and you can be proud of all that produce on a I don't think Donald Trump's ever put 8 years in on the farm. I think he just gets it and says, yeah, I can afford it. Well, that's not work. Being able to afford it's not the work that it takes. A lot of people can afford it. You get lots of welding burns. I used to get a lot of welding burns when there's these big they're for spinning and deburring metal. You've probably seen them before. They're big drums, and they're made out of magnesium. And I used to have to heat the magnesium and then weld it when I was a millwright. And they get burnt. You leave a little thing. Your shirt open. You got the cotton shirts that you wear, and you leave a little open, and you go home, and it's like, oh, I got burnt. Welding is something. I love welding. God, I love welding. Used to love welding a lot. Have a great day, Heart Donor. That's a dude there, and I have the utmost respect for Heart Donor. Yeah, Are you getting double time today? Oh, nice. Nice. Double time's always nice. Holiday. Oh, it's Monday. If it would have been on a Sunday, you got triple time. That would have been really nice. I've got triple time a few times in my life, usually through my vacation. Go to take a vacation at the end of the year, and they say, no, you can't have your vacation. It's like, no, I'm on vacation, and then they have to pay me double time to come in. And then on a weekend, it turned out to be triple time. It's like, okay, a weekend, I'm on vacation, and here on my weekend, and I don't want to be, but it pays good. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of things that roll down the pike. I was looking at Labor Day and then where it started out and everything. And then started out in like 1884, 1885. And it used to be a working man's holiday. And then 1909, they introduced the Women's Telegraph Communications Parade or something like that. And all of a sudden Labor Day was the thing. And it's like, yeah, that's not the same. The suffragettes wanted to get a part of that. That was a big part of the suffragettes, and it still is, and equal pay and for not as much work. God, I love that idea. No work, equal pay. Yeah. I just want to sit around, and I want to sit around and do YouTube videos all day and get paid like a doctor because I deserve it because I have the education to do that. Yeah, it should be just based on like you got a year, you get this pay. You got 2 years of training, you get this pay. You got 3 years of training, you get this pay. Yeah, easy. You don't have to do the work then. No, somebody's got to do the work. It's usually the men. Yeah, that's the men. They get to do the work, and everybody else just gets equal outcomes. That's great. Great thinking there. But I want everybody to do the work. I want everybody to share in the work. I want Donald Trump to have to do 6 years on the farm. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I wish he would have did it while he was daddy and his rich mommy were we're taking care of everything. And you ever see the one in the band? He was in the band, the pipe band, and it's like, some bitch. Jeez, that guy's our president. Little fairy's our president. He couldn't hang around with me when I was a kid. We'd have beat him up. We would have beat him up bad. And that's something. But thanks a lot for coming around, guys, and thanks a lot for listening to me jabber on. And as we're going to go out and get some chicken pretty soon, I was just waiting for my son, so I figured I'd do a quick podcast. And let me know about the video quality on this. If it's up to, I'll see it when I turn it back on or something to see if there was that lagging thing that they do. And I want my voice to match my my lips, and we'll see about if that goes on. And with that, I did go buy the Logitech camera, and I thought that was going to solve it, and that didn't solve it. So I bought a new GPU, and that didn't solve it. And then they said, well, it must be CPU. And I says, I got a Ryzen. It's not my CPU. It's brand new, and I got a brand new GPU. And so the excuse is I got a brand new GPU, a CPU, and a brand new camera, which is the Logitech. And so it's not that. At a certain point, it gets something out of my control. But good quality. Okay, I'm gonna look when, and I wish I can just condense that and get some really good quality video in there. The last one I looked at, it was like lagging, and it was just not good. So let me know about that too. What you see now may not be what comes up after they reload it, and that would be on YouTube's end, and I'm gonna have to complain. That would be something that wouldn't be. I would think that would be something that wouldn't be beneath them to do. Just not give me the video quality, because I look at PewDiePie and I look at Jenna Marbles and all. They got great video quality. Why can't I get that kind of quality? I must not be as important, which affects my whole product. So that's it, and I hope that everybody's having a great day, and I hope you're getting around and doing a barbecue, eat some burgers. Eat some slaw, and throw some slaw on the burgers with some macaroni salad and some cheesy dip, and drink a few beers, and you earned it. You earned it. And have a great day. And most of all, Mgtow, thanks for being Mgtow. You guys take care.